What is up, guys? The Real Trains of Marvel Fan 2002 back again, here for a brand new video. In my last video was an episode of my Tommy, Thomas and Friends series. That being episode 15, A Twin Trick, which a lot of you guys really seem to enjoy. That being where Donald and Douglas played a trick on the other engines. Anyways, in today's video, it's a very special unboxing video, because as you guys read by the title, today I'm going to be unboxing and taking a first look at the RC Hit Toys 2008 Thomas. So before we do get into this unboxing, I do have a couple of important announcements to make. 1. Episode 15 and 16 on my Tommy, Thomas and Friends series, that being Tommy, Thomas and Friends series A New Era, will be coming out sometime this upcoming month, that being May. And speaking of May, this is a very special kind of last video for April, before we move on to May. And anyways, besides that, episodes 15 and 16 will be coming out sometime next month. And after that, my Tommy, Thomas and Friends series will be taking a small hiatus. Mainly all of June, but in July and August, it will be back in time for the summer. And so on and so forth. The other announcement I have to make is that one of these items that you'll be seeing in here in this special unboxing, besides the RC Thomas, you will be seeing in my Thomas and Friends series. And the last announcement I have to make is that after episodes 17 and 18 of my Thomas series, it will be going on yet another hiatus. But that's a little far ways from now. But yeah. And I'm just going to say this, you guys. I'm really glad that all of you guys are loving my Thomas series, as am I. And yeah. And one of the episodes that reached like the most popularity was the new mail engine where Duck took the mail. And honestly, I think I did a pretty good job writing that. Now, anyways, with all those announcements out of the way, let's get straight into the unboxing of this Thomas. Now, this RC Thomas came in a huge lot of 55 pieces. It came with a couple miscellaneous Thomas stuff. It also came with some other forgotten Thomas items. Well, mainly one of them, that is. And there's another Thomas in here that is also going to be used in my Thomas series. So, yeah. Anyways, with all that said and done, let's unbox this bad boy. Alright, so I'm going to use this here to open it up. It looks like the seller did package this pretty well, I have to admit. Sorry guys, it's just taking me a second here. Ooh. And then right here. Oh, okay. So it looks like, looks like in here we got some things, that being track. We'll be taking a look at the track in a bit. But let's see what else we got in here first. Bags, gonna move those aside. In here. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be extra gentle unboxing the units. Okie dokie. Man, this is harder than it looks. Sorry about the delay, guys. It's just taking me a minute here just to get all these guys out of here. Okay, I think I got them. Yep, the engines are all packaged in this bag, so yeah, I'm gonna move the box aside here. And I'm gonna be extra gentle getting all the units out. Now, whenever you get any form of Thomas merchandise, that being Take Along, Bachman, Hornby, or the Bandai Tex are Departing Now, you need to be extremely careful getting them out of their packaging, because it looks like the seller did not package these guys very well. Anyways, let's see what we have. Dang, there's a lot of Thomas merchandise. And the first part of what you guys have all been waiting for, the RC Thomas from 2008. Yep, this is one of the reasons why I decided to buy this lot of 55 pieces. It came with a huge part of my childhood, that being the RC Thomas. Now, a little fun fact about me, guys. I used to own this Thomas way back in the day, when I was really, really little. And as time passed, I do not remember what happened to it. I don't remember if it broke, if I brought it with me to summer camp, or what, but it feels good having one of these again. And a little shout out to Nasai Toys. I'm actually going to modify this Thomas with a spare Annie coach. Yeah, because I'm actually learning you guys to rewire, so this is going to be a pretty fun project. So, yeah. The Thomas itself is very, very well done. I love his face. This face reminds me of the episode where Thomas tries his best from the Hit era. And I think I did a pretty good job on the face. Let's see if I can show you guys it. Yeah. There's the face. Very, very well done. You can see also that his foot plate is heavily inspired by the Play-Rail Thomas. I think during this time when Hit Toys was making their Thomas and Friends merchandise for the RC line, I feel they pulled inspiration from Play-Rail, and I think they did a pretty good job with that. Thomas's details are very well done as well. You can see that he has his pinstriping, his iconic #1, his whistle detailing, his pinstripes up here, and I'm going to move the unit also aside here. It's pretty much the same on the other side of the unit as well. His coal load is also very different than other Thomas merchandise lines. You can tell that they added a lot more coal load to the unit. I think it's mainly to hide the rest of the motor, because as you guys can see right here, you can see a little glimpse of the motor inside. So yeah, now since this Thomas is in fairly decent condition, sorry about that you guys, I stutter a little bit. Since this Thomas is in fairly decent condition, I'm going to be giving him a test run afterwards. And the other thing that came with Thomas was his handy dandy remote. Yeah, I have to admit, his remote is also pretty well made as well. For its time, the unit could go backwards and reverse, and also these are the little sound clips that the unit could play. The Hit era Thomas theme and his whistle. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, besides Thomas, who else came in this lot? Well, let's see. We also got a Fisher-Price Thomas the Tank Engine from the Trackmaster 2009 years. And yeah, this is a pretty nice model, #1 himself. I think they did a pretty good job on this version of Thomas. His face is in pretty good shape. His whistle details are very different, but they still look very nice. And in order to put a battery inside this Thomas, you're going to have to unscrew here to put the battery in. But that's okay. I think this is a pretty good model of Thomas. And I think Fisher-Price did a pretty good job with this model. So, yep, there's another model of Thomas. And we also got Thomas's best friend, that being Percy. So here are the 3 Percys that came in this lot of 55. You got 2 of the Hit Toys Percys, which look very, very well made. And they're pretty much the same. I have to admit, they did a pretty good job on these guys. And the green itself is very different too, as you guys could see. The Percy on the right has a more darker green, and the Percy on the left has a more brighter green. I don't know why the green is different, but these are still very nice models of Thomas's best friend. And also, we have a Fisher-Price Percy to come with it, which I gotta admit also looks very, very well done as well. Except this Percy doesn't have the holes in the wheels. This one has the normal wheels along with the standard screws. But still, pretty nice model of Thomas's best friend. We're gonna move these guys aside here. Now onto the rolling stock. We got a troublesome truck, a brake van or caboose, another caboose, and let me see what else we got here. A box car covered in snow, which looks very nice, and a Thomas Wooden Railway Percy from the classic days of Thomas Wooden Railway. Very, very nice model. Even though the newer Thomas Wooden Railway line looks very unique, I still love the classic ones, especially this Percy here. Very, very nice. And there was one more thing that came with this lot. 2 more, actually. We got a Butch, which looks very nice. Since the only Butch item I do own is a wooden railway, but still, this take-along Butch looks very, very well done. And he's in fairly decent condition as well. Now, there is one more item, one more motorized item that came with this. But before we do get to that, we have a few more left to look at. We got the recycling wooden railway van, wooden railway car, which looks pretty nice. We got a sleigh car, which I really love, and I can't wait to use this in my narrow gauge episodes of my Thomas series. And we also get a blue caboose. Yeah, this caboose came with Rheneas, and I'm honestly really glad to have these two, especially the slate car. And the blue caboose as well, because I could use this for emergency coaches or workman coaches for the narrow gauge episodes. And now, on to the last item that came with this. I know it's not the holidays yet, but here's what the last item is. A Hit Toy Company 2007 to 2008 Christmas Thomas the Tank Engine with a present car. Now, I know it's not the holidays yet, but I just thought I'd bring this up anyway. This Thomas did come part of this lot, and I honestly was really surprised that it did, because this Thomas is very, very rare. And you'd be pretty lucky enough to find him for in pretty decent condition, along with a pretty decent price. But still, this Thomas is amazing. I do love the details, like the wreath, snow, as well as on top of his cab. Definitely reminds me of Don't Tell Thomas from Season 8. And his cute little face. And his snow plow. But yeah, and his cute little Santa hat too. Well, anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and first look at the RC Thomas from 2008, as well as the other items that came with him in this lot of 55 pieces. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Thomas and Friends videos just like this. Well, this has been the Real Trains of Marvel Fan 2002 signing off. Bye-bye!